Welcome to students of Standard 8. We'll start today the second part of English, where we saw that how March is very difficult for surviving. In the second session of this lesson, we will see that mosquitoes, flies, and moths, which come out of their hiding to pester humans. Pester means trouble. Okay, humans suddenly find the weather turn inclement. Inclement means not very good to survive, and are frozen to death. In my diary, I record the first time I hear crickets chirp. This is usually in the second week of March. Probably somewhat earlier in my apartment than in other homes, as I have a long fire burning every winter night. A cricket's chirp can be a reliable substitute for the thermometer. The hotter it is, the faster the cricket chirps. See, the chirping of this cricket is how nicely this calculated by this temperature rising, the cricket chirping faster by the author is worth understanding. If you say that if you do not believe me, try the following experiment. Count the number of chirps per minute, divide the total by 4 and add 40. The total will give you the temperature of the room in Fahrenheit. Such a nice calculative scientific method, or arithmetic also simply is given to find out what's the temperature of the Fahrenheit from the cricket chirping. That is also a very nice investigative thing that the writer makes us understand. The vagaries means unpredictable things, of the weather, make Holi, the festival of colors, a chancy affair, giving us a chance. It usually falls some time between the later part of the February and end of March. So this is the time of Holi, as you know, you burn the fire on which the various things are burnt. Some years only the young are out with their long tube syringes, buckets of colored water and red colored to fight mock battles, yelling holy hai. Other years it is warm enough for the middle-aged and the old to risk being drowsed. This is a time when March period, the holy children like to play in the, because it's very hot and cold water helps, and also the middle-aged people, means those who are in the 50s and 60s, they like to doze about. Douse means they given down below, doused. That means the meaning here is flood sneaking. It's given over here. The douse means splashed or drenched with water. They also like to be in water. So that is the meaning given of the doused, being doused. Now moving further, paragraph. By mid-March, the mulberry tree शाहतूत in Hindi. मलबरी ट्री को शाहतूत बोलते हैं हिंदी में. Morus alba in Latin for the white fruit, fruited variety, has both flowers and leaves. For a few days, its caterpillars, like fruits, are free to all for picking. Bauhinias are still in flower, though now with the leaves around them, mango trees are covered with a powdery cluster of blossoms. So this development in nature, along with the trees which blossom and come to the full bloom in March, is also nicely narrated here by the writer. So moving further, we'll see that after mid-March we move to in the March, both birth and death are much in evidence. Birth and death are. On the one hand, you can see the grapevine and Madhumalati, quinqualis meaning who, what. Indica, a name given to it by the Dutch botanists because of its eccentric nature of growth, add new leaves every day. So this indica plant gives a new leaf every day. On the other names, mauas, jamuns, peoples and banyans are shedding their foliage. So here you can see, sorry, one tree is giving new leaf every time and the others are shedding. So this is also a typical thing that happens in the month of March. On the of the dying and the reborn, peoples and the banyans have the most delicate of the new leaves, pale pink, silky, soft, and beautifully shaped. If you want an offering from the nature as your bookmark, you cannot do better than press the leaves in your album. Okay, so sometimes as a bookmark you use a hard card to as a marker, but sometimes these leaves are of so nice silky soft and that sometimes you can use a bookmark where you stopped reading last page and keep it for your reference or remembrance. That gives you this leaf gives you a better natural form of a bookmark according to the writer. Most birds start making their nests in March. Vultures and kites, which started off earlier, are busy making nests. For some years, I have watched a couple of white-blacked vultures. I presume they are the same every year. Presume means he assumes that they will be same. Choose the same cleft in the branches of the ailanthus overlooking the golf club swimming pool. This way, the whole expression of the birds, the trees, the various plants are given nicely by the narration, given nicely by this poet, writer. This tree is common in Delhi. Its Latin name is Ailanthus, tree of heaven. Excelsa, very tall, is summed as by its Hindi name Mahavriksha, the great tree. Okay, so the great tree itself means Mahavriksha. There are quite a few specimens in the golf club and along with the roads. Specimens namune, near the golf club and the along many roads that the writer has seen. Its flowers, when come out late in February are hardly visible, and its fruit, which drops by June, cannot be eaten. However, its softwood is used for making packing cases and matchsticks. So you get the matchsticks and packing cases from this wood of this tree, which is known as the Ailanthus, the Mahavriksha, the great tree. So from here we'll conclude this second section of our this lesson. We'll continue from page 59 in the next session. Till then, read it and get the link from your group where I'll send this when your class teacher will send, and click on it so that you can reach to the link which is connecting this video with the YouTube link. So you will see it in the second session, this particular page which will be linked with the YouTube. See you in the next session where we will start from page 59. Goodbye.